So I've long been wanting to do this particular video. You know, when you look and you research enough about the occultists and all the rest of it, most people seem to be so apathetic. They need, the arrogance of, no, I'll just sit there with popcorn and, watch things, but not take in what the fuck I'm watching. But, somehow I'm more clued up than the rest of humanity, because, hey, I'm a sci-fi buff. It's just a wee bit of escapism. But by God, there is a common denominator here. Like, in science fiction, beings of light, often referred to as energy beings or entities composed of pure energy rather than matter, often possessing godlike abilities such as telepathy and energy manipulation. They typically represent the peak of evolution or a form of existence that transcends the physical. Yeah? And they'll give you examples. I'm looking at Babylon 5. Babylon 5, beings of light. Straight away, Vorlons are the most prominent beings of light in Babylon 5. When they remove their encounter suits, they appear as insubstantial, bioluminescent, cephalopod-like entities composed of pure light. This form is not merely a disguise. It reflects their evolved state, representing a transition, or, as you keep getting told by many politicians, transformational change. Remember that? Yeah? From physical to energy-based existence, their light-based appearance is often perceived by younger species as divine. How many pop stars are you hearing? The divine. Yeah? Or angelic figures from their own mythology, such as angels. Yeah? The shadows, another group of a species involved in Babylon 5, despite being their ideological opposites, are also implied to be beings of light. Yeah? Star Trek, let's go for that. Seriously, what most people don't realize is the fucking programming they've been exposed to over the last few decades. Star Trek features several notable instances of beings of light across its various series representing advanced, non-corporeal life forms. And you, honestly, make some effort on your behalf. All the Trekkies out there, I mean, do I have to fucking pick the episodes? Seriously, yeah? How about Space 1999? The beings of unimaginable, that was so easy for me to say, unimaginable light are a fictional race from the animated series Final Space, not from Babylon 5. In Space 1999, the closest concept to beings of light appears in the episode The Testament to Arcadia, where a mysterious unseen force guides the Moonbase Alpha towards a habitable planet. This force is never visually depicted as a being, but it is implied. I can think of so many fucking sci-fi series, right? Yeah. Where this is promoted. Yeah. And then, as I've said over the years, read things like C.S. Lewis's That Hideous Strength. In fact, read the whole trilogy. Out the Silent Planet, Perelandra, and That Hideous Strength. And remember, those were written between the late 30s and early 1940s. Yeah. There is a bloody direction of travel that people are being programmed. Yeah. In order for you to ascend, you have to just cast away your physical, your flesh and blood. Yeah. And then look at what's going on between this interconnected fucking death cult. I know I'm selling this to nobody, but apathy seems to reign. I have very little faith now in where things go because so little people give a flying fuck about reading older books. And, I've been at this for years, and you get very little bloody thanks. And in some respects, it's quite a lonely existence. I know I'm not on my own. Other people have worked it out, yeah? But most people, they need to be entertained. And that will be the death of them. That truly will. Because they will always leave it to other people to try and point it out to them. But remember, it has to have AI. It has to have lots of fucking, entertaining, whatever visionary aspects in the background. And for the love of God, it has to be great thumbnails. But, honestly, seriously, I remember even Martin Landau, when, when asked about, why did Space 1999 get cut after the second series? And he said, the first series, he said it made a lot of sense. The second series, I really didn't know what was going on. But it was literally the promotion of the New Age. And the thing I keep trying to tell people is this fucking New Age movement, this embracement of Gaia Mother Earth and going off on retreats and finding oneself, basically the New Age movement. It's one of the most cancerous fucking things that to this day is going on, and most people still are blissfully unaware of it. And I'm seeing even some fucking close friends, and they're being drawn into it. And the thing I kept telling people, you read even the video aspects that some decent people had done in the 80s, Gods of the New Age, and another one, what was it? The New Age Pathway to Paradise ? And most people don't realize all the yoga centers, all the rest of it, spirituality, or yoga, all the rest of it. So they get you in, and you're in there first and foremost in some kind of you're naive to, well, this will be helpful and therapeutic as some form of exercise. And once they get you into that, it's all about chakras and spirituality. And the thing is, it's about the self. And you can be your own God. And ultimately, it is to the destruction of humanity. And I'm getting to the point, honestly, I'm under pressure just now. I'm even finding at least one close friend who I'm losing by the day, who's been conned into something that ultimately will cost our friendship, and there's nothing that I can do. Seriously, it's going to cost me in the short term, but on the long term, hey, I've just got to get through it. Seriously, it won't make a lot of sense to most people, but and even with this thing with AI, and I keep trying to tell people, in fact, funnily enough, I think it was, let me think, it was Swilliamism, and he was talking lately about, AI and the atrophy of the mind. He's not fucking wrong about this. We're in a far worse state than most people realize, but most people don't talk about what I talk about. I realize I'm going to have a very tough future. Seriously. And all I've tried to do is to wake people up to what the fuck they are actually really facing. And I don't know how much longer I can do this, because believe me, the grief I'm getting behind the scenes just now, it's only beginning. Anyway, I'll speak to you soon.